The UK's fishing quota set to boom by 30,000 tonnes, all as a result of leaving the EU and negotiating a new fishing deal with the bloc. The government said that deal with the EU would give UK's fishermen the opportunity to catch 140,000 tonnes of fish worth more than £280 million. Perhaps some relief for the industry, which of course has been struggling. Well, joining us now, Barrie Deas, who's Chief Executive Officer of the National Federation of Fishermen's Organisations. Barrie, thanks for your time. And I think a lot of people will be reflecting on this when they've sort of gone to the local fishy shop, or the chippy rather, and very often told, no, we haven't got any haddock, we haven't got any cod, there are problems with catches and so on. This might free up things a bit.
Well, I think there are two things going on here. One is a bit of government spin, really, about what was achieved in the Trade and Cooperation Agreement and Brexit. And, of course, the fishing industry was very disappointed with the marginal increases in quotas. Nothing like what a self-respecting coastal state would expect. So I think part of what the government are doing with these figures is really a bit of spin. The other element, I think, is quite important, which is the scientific recommendations which underpin the quotas each year are quite positive this year. There are one or two outliers, statistical outliers, that point in the opposite direction. Broadly, some very big increases, 63% increase in North Sea cod. If we'd taken the full recommendation for haddock and whiting, we're talking about increases of 160% and 240%. So, and that's replicated across quite a range of stocks. As I say, there are a few outliers that point in the opposite direction. But generally speaking, the reason why there's more fish available is that there's more fish around to catch. OK,
so we won't have to make up with pollock at the chippy, which I did try. I wasn't that enamoured by, I have to say. However, let's reflect. I mean, how many skippers are left out there? We are being told that a lot of fleets have had to rethink because of the cost of diesel and the catches being poor and so on. I mean, what is the state of the industry?
There was a very big decommissioning scheme at the turn of the century that really right-sized the fleets, broadly speaking. And although you're quite right, fuel costs have been a real challenge. The cost of fish, the price of fish on the markets, first sale prices have kept up quite reasonably. So we haven't seen large-scale tie-ups that we feared. Halfway through the year, we thought we would see really big fleet tie-ups that we have seen in the past. So, I think the fleet has struggled through this year as a combination of reasonable quotas and fish prices, first-hand fish prices being reasonable as well.
So, and just very quickly, does this mean that we may see cheaper fish coming through into our shopping baskets in the new year onwards?
Well, the price of fish is a complicated thing that I've never really been able to understand. Complex of weather, availability, middlemen. The supply chain is a mystery to me, to be honest.
What's the cost of fish? Yeah, just like the size of them. Barrie, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.